back to my channel, Books with Natasa. Today I have another book recommendations video for you guys, and it's one of my all-time favorite tropes, and that is age gap. So without any further ado, let's just get straight into the list of books. This video I have 6 books that I want to talk about, 2 of which are part of the same series, but please bear with me. I know they are different and I will get to it in a minute. The first book that I want to talk about is Trope. This is book 1 on the Dirty Air series by Dorian Asser. And many of you know that recently I read the Dirty Air series, and now it has become one of my all-time favorite series. And this is an age gap sports romance, and I love it. I think they have an age gap of like 30 to 40 years, maybe more. But in this one we follow Noah Slade, who is a Formula F1 race car driver, and he has a tough childhood and current life because his father is like a huge race car driver, and so he has a lot of pressure come to him. Also, his father is just the worst. And we also follow Maya Santiago, who comes with her brother Santiago. I'm sorry I said her last name instead. Anyway, and she comes with her brother for the summer to watch him race, and because she signed a contract with Noah's company, so Noah and her brother are like rivals, and so it's like a brother best friend sort of situation, which I love. I give this book 5 out of 5 stars. It was really good. I know I'm not doing a very good job at explaining this book, so let's just bear with me while I try to figure it out. So basically we have these 2 characters, and they have an attraction to one another, and it's instant, and they fight it for the longest time because Noah doesn't want a relationship. He thinks it's gonna hold him back, and Maya is just there for her brother, and she's not looking for a relationship either because she's trying to figure out what she wants to do with her life, and that comes with a lot of pressure from her family. She's basically the black sheep of the family. Many people think she doesn't have it all together, so she tries to prove herself. So yeah, they become closer together, and they just started to date, and they realize they are perfect for one another, and I just love that. Next we have Praise. This is the first book by the Salacious Players Club by Sarah Kate, and many of you know I have a complicated relationship with this series, but the first book is still really good. I have given up on this series, like I said in previous videos, but this one is still really good. It's ex-boyfriend's dad trope. Also we have an age gap and workplace romance. It's a lot of stuff. So in this one we follow this girl, I'm sorry I don't remember her name, that breaks up with her boyfriend and needs to move out, so she needs the money that he owes her, basically something like that. But he sends her to his father because the check is supposed to come from him, but the guy doesn't have a good relationship with his father because he works at a sex club. So she goes there to collect a check, and the father thinks he's his new secretary, and basically does something super inappropriate with her. But then he can't stop thinking about her, and she does too, so she starts working with him as his secretary and explores their attraction and her sexuality. And I really like this book. It was really good, and gave it like 4.75 out of 5 stars, but still the series is just not for me. It has too many BDSM stuff going on, and that just isn't my thing. So after I read this book and tried the second one, I gave up on the series, but who knows, maybe it's for you guys. Next I have First Semester by Juby Tyler. This one is one of my oldest books, and it's a student-teacher romance and an age gap, of course. So we see this girl who is about to start going to college, and she goes out one night in a bar with her friends and then ends up meeting this guy. He's super hot, they hit it off, and basically they go back to his or her apartment, I'm not sure, and they have sex. So basically they really want to see each other again, and but they're not sure. But moving forward to the next day, she goes to class and he's the teacher, so they're both pretty shocked, but that doesn't stop them from going at it in his office, and I love it. We see them being in a really good relationship with one another. They are perfect for each other, but we also see a lot of external factors coming into the relationship because the school doesn't condone any kind of personal relationships between teacher and students, and even after they graduate. So this is kind of complicated, but Aiden, if I remember correctly, his name is Aiden, comes up with the best solution for them, and I just love it. We have second semester, and this is a father's best friend age gap workplace romance, and this is my favorite in the series. I love it so much. And in this one we follow Serene, who is the sister of the girl in the previous book, and she's like the do-good girl, super innocent, super not really experienced with stuff, and she's working in her father's office right now to intern because she's trying to be a lawyer. And that's where she meets Landon. He's a partner in her dad's law firm, and basically they have this instant attraction to one another. But just because of the age difference and her relationship with his relationship with her father, they hesitate. But then one night Landon gets strong and needs a ride, so he calls her Serene, thinking that he was calling her father to come pick him up. And then Serene, I'm not sure what the name is, goes to pick him up, and basically they start making out and basically be together after that. We see them do a lot of sneaking around, which I loved. We see Lando being super possessive, super protective, super controlling, but in a sort of good way. We see a lot of ups and downs in the relationship between Sydney and her father, but also Landon and his kid, because he has a teenage son, so it is really complicated, but I really did love this. Now, this wouldn't be my video if I didn't talk about at least one Mariana Zapata book, and this is Culty, and this is a sports age gap romance, and it's like enemies to lovers situation, maybe coach students sort of thing. But we follow here, I'm blacking out on her name, I'm so sorry, but she's the cousin of Diana from the Wait for a Book, one of my favorites. And she's this famous football player, and Colty starts working for her team to coach them after some scandal that came up with him regarding a DUI, and his driver's license got revoked, so he needs to have more positive public image. So he starts working for her team and coach them, but he's like the worst. His attitude sucks, his direction sucks, he basically doesn't care, and there's that. But she grew up idolizing him and being his huge fan, and now her heart is like breaking by the way he treats her. But that doesn't stop her from lashing out at him when he's wrong and being able to stand up for herself, which I love. And then we see them getting closer and closer to one another and become best friends basically. And after a while we see them actually develop feelings for one another. We don't know how Colt is feeling until the end of the book, and when we do find out, it's insane and I love it. I did feel like in the end of the book the sexual scenes came way too fast, if that makes any sense, and way too abrupt, because they went to like being friends and basically strangers to dirty talk, and that was really weird to read about, but still I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. So that's it for my video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and stick around. I post new videos every Wednesday, and I will see you for my next video very soon. Bye!